Hi guys, welcome back today to my channel again, Physiology with Malichukwu, and today we'll be looking at homeostasis. What do you think homeostasis is? So let me give you some moments to think about what homeostasis is before I will not explain it to you. Just imagine, let's give for example, you feel cold, you went outside and suddenly you started feeling cold, and as you are feeling this cold, your body has not adapted it. That's, you start feeling cold immediately. Then there are processes your body has to go through so that it will bring out the warm and normalize your body so that you will not feel too cold. Do you understand? So that you will not catch a cold. That's homeostasis. It's just like maintaining the stability of our internal environment. Do you understand? So I just gave you an example. There are so many examples. Okay, another one is when you drink water. So when you drink water and your body notices that there is excess water, your kidney removes the excess one by forming a dilute urine. Then it now removes the excess one. That is what your kidney does. And then it will now, like, your body will now maintain that stability, that the water will now normalize because your kidney have already removed the one that is not needed. That's just basically what homeostasis is. It's not that it's something that has to be very difficult for you to understand. Do you get me? We have what the body regulates. That's what the body regulates: the body temperature, the water balance. I've explained, I've given an example. The body glucose level, just like when you are doing gym, you sweat a lot, then you now start longing for water, to drink water or take glucose so you can get your strength back, just like football and all of that. And then the blood pressure, the blood pH, and so on. So just know that without this homeostasis, the body cannot even function properly. Do you understand? Without this homeostasis, the body cannot function properly. Then there is components of homeostatic control system. That's the components that help this homeostasis to function very well. We have the receptor, we have the control center, and we have the effectors. This receptor is just like, it dictates a change. Just like when you take excess water, the kidney will be like, there is something that wants to happen to this kidney, that they need to remove. Is it this excess water? Excrete this excess water. If not, something will be wrong. That is why the brain gives the body gives the body that signal. Next thing, they remove the excess water and your body normalizes. Then the control center just receives the information and decides to. That's receiving the information. I've just explained everything in total. That's the receptor, the control center, and the effector. The effector is like, it carries out the response to now restore the normal conditions. Do you understand? So that is basically how the components of homeostatic control system works about. That's how it comes about. Then we now have the feedback mechanisms. Homeostasis is maintained by feedback mechanism. Feedback mechanism comprises of two types. We have the negative feedback and the positive feedback. So the negative feedback reverses a change and brings the body back to its normal state. It is the most common feedback mechanisms in the body. There are two examples that I'll give concerning these negative feedback mechanisms, just like the kidney. If it's not negative feedback mechanisms, the kidney will not excrete the excess water. That is just it. But this, because it is a negative feedback mechanism, the kidney excretes the water, making your body to normalize so that your body will balance, the water will balance in your body. Do you understand? So that it will not be excess, causing any danger to your body. And then with the one of glucose, or let me say you did not eat in the morning before going to school, and then you not eat in the morning, it now alerts that something is missing. Your glucose level is already low, so it will now alert the hunger sensations. Then you now become hungry, and then when you eat, the glucose level will now normalize and everything will be well. Do you understand? So I believe you understand. Then we will now go to positive feedback mechanisms. It increases or amplifies a change until a specific event is completed. It's less common than negative feedback. Examples. The example is just like blood clotting. For example is, let me say you had an injury, an accident injury. you will continue to bleed though. You will continue to bleed unless like pellets will be coming out, like you go they bleed. And as you're bleeding, then it's when you are taken care of. Then it will not be like something don't come to me, or like something have come to me. Then it will now stop. The bleeding will stop when something stops it. It increases or amplifies it until a specific event is completed. It continues bleeding until someone attends to your injury, or it was bleeding, then you are cleaning it. Then the wound will now start closing up. That is when the bleeding will stop. Even when they put bandage on it, you notice that when you bring out the bandage, it is still bleeding. It's until the wound closes. That is what is known as the positive feedback mechanisms. So we also have the childbirth. The uterine contractions become stronger until delivery. As somebody is delivering, it's becoming stronger until person finish delivery. And that is it. Then that is all. Yeah. So with all these few points of mine, I know that I've been able to explain this homeostasis, the negative feedback, the positive feedback, the components. I've been able to explain it very well for you. In case if you go to class and you are not able, they asks you a question and you're not able to explain it the way the lecturer explained, just remember the example I gave and structure it out like that for the lecturer. Do you understand? So until next time, keep learning, stay curious, and remember your body has an amazing story to tell. See you next time in my video. What physiology topic would you like me to teach next time? Write that in the comment section. Thank you all for staying to the end of my video.